Well, we are celebrating the holidays, and today is day 5 of our 12 Days of Christmas Baking edition here on Good Morning Quad Cities. You know what, yesterday's was really simple because it was a Monday. Today's, I mean, goodness, look at that. We're making caramel-filled chocolate cookies with chopped pecans topped with white chocolate. How bad could that be? Oh my gosh. So you're gonna start with your butter and your sugar, as we always do in baking. So we're gonna pop that here in our mixer. And yes, that was an Ina Garten reference. And we can pop up the ingredients too while I just put the butter and sugar in here. So you're gonna start with your butter and your sugar. Now notice you're gonna have your sugar divided. That'll make a little bit more sense when you read the recipe online a little bit later. Honestly, I didn't have to divide it. So I just went ahead and added the 1 cup. I skipped the extra tablespoon because I feel like there's already a lot of sugar in this. Then of course you got your eggs, you got your vanilla. I always prefer to use good vanilla if you can get it. This is homemade, courtesy of Chef Stephanie Godke from the distillery here in town. So thank you for that. And then we have all-purpose flour, cocoa, baking soda, chopped pecans, Rolo candies, which is what you're gonna use to stuff the cookies, and white baking chocolate to go over the top. So you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna cream those. As the sugar and the butter is creaming, you're gonna get your dry ingredients and you're gonna put those into a bowl. Another ingredient that I try not to skimp on all the time would be the cocoa, because you can really tell the difference between a good cocoa and a bad cocoa. So then you're gonna add your egg in with the butter and sugar, and then slowly you're gonna add your dry ingredients. And make a little cloud. Perfect. So as that mixes together, you can spend all the time in the world unrolling and unwrapping all of those Rolo candies. I would say this recipe says that it should make about 5 dozen, but you're not gonna get 5 dozen of this size cookie. I got about 13 out of this recipe because I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and have little baby cookies. I wanna taste the cookie. So then you can also mix in your pecans. You don't have to add the pecans to this recipe, but you can. I'm gonna go ahead and add it because why not? You know, let that mix in just real fast here. Beautiful. Then you have the grueling task of just grabbing some of the dough. Figure out what size you like. A way that I kind of shape my cookies at home is generally with an ice cream scoop, because I like large cookies. You'll take the Rolo, add it to the middle, and just cover it with dough. Your oven's preheating to 375. Now, because we are making these cookies a little bit larger, you're gonna bake them a little bit longer than what the recipe is going to say online. So if you're gonna do the 1 tablespoon of cookie dough, then of course you're only gonna need to bake it for the recommended 5 to 7 minutes. Yesterday when I made the ones that are here on the table, those cooked for about 14 minutes. So again, these are much larger cookies. So you go ahead, you get those in here, and you go ahead, you just fill up your tray, pop that in the oven. You bake them until they start cracking on top. So you're not gonna see them turn golden brown because they're chocolate cookies. So you're gonna go ahead, cook them for about 14 minutes or until the top is starting to crack a bit, and then you let them cool completely on a wire rack or just put on your cutting board if you'd like. You're gonna take your white chocolate squares, put that in the microwave for about 15 seconds at a time until it's fully melted. Take your spoon, stir it up, and then you're just gonna drizzle it right over the top. Let that set up first, and then you're ready to serve.